Good day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear. As always, I'm Uncle John, your elder who watches too much TV and movies and reads too many comic books and otherwise takes up too much of my free time with whimsical shit. And along with me are people who, as well, do whimsical shit. Excuse me. Apparently, I'm also very gassy. Up here is Cousin Amayou, who is driving. Please be careful, Cousin Amayou, because we don't want
I will
you.
definitely be careful. I am hands free, as you can see. Okay, I have my little holder here.
I don't know if I
So
appreciate you being hands free or not. And then below her
what the,
is Uncle DJ. Hi, Uncle DJ.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
How you feeling, sir? You good?
I'm good.
As well, you should be. So today we have a veritable cornucopia of subjects to check out. Please feel free to put your comments in the comment section, and we will talk to you directly because that's who we are. First and foremost, the Penguin has finished its first season on Max. The Penguin is an extension, a spinoff, if you will, of the Batman, Matt Reeves' 2022 film starring Robert Pattinson as the title character Bruce Wayne slash Batman. I didn't really enjoy. So let me ask. I didn't really enjoy Batman, the Batman. Did y'all dig it? Did you see it?
Sparkly,
I
sparkly Batman.
I saw it. I thought it was okay for what it was. From what I hear from like the OG Batman people, they say that it was more accurate to how Batman was as far as his detective skills and all that good stuff. And as far as it being very dark, even in the actual cinematography of it, they say that that's more accurate. I mean, I thought it was cool. He's okay, but to me, it wasn't anything to write home about. I enjoyed the villains more than I enjoyed the Batman in Batman.
And that actually is a fair assessment, in my opinion. The Batman basically was Matt Reeves trying to be artsy with that shit. Hey, all, how you doing? Trying to be artsy with that shit better than Schumacher's movies. Yeah, well, at least he didn't have nipples on his uniform. So the Batman was trying to be more to the roots of the character, in which case Batman in the comics is referred to as the world's greatest detective.
Right.
Um, in my opinion, hey Rod, what's good, sir?
Was good.
In my opinion, the Batman was fair. I think Matt Reeves leaned a little too heavily into the detective side, and he tried to make it more of an artsy type of thing, and that vibe didn't sit well with me in particular. Rod, we're talking about the Batman Matt Reeves film
Oh,
that
okay.
leads to the Penguin.
I was wondering what you was talking about. I was like,
Yeah,
this don't sound like Penguin. All right.
you're right, right, right. But I wanted to kind of at least gloss over the Batman so that when we go into the Penguin, we could
I
really
got you.
dive into it.
I got you.
Decent Batman, terrible Bruce Wayne. Alden, that's fair. I like that. Did
Yeah,
you
I
see the
wasn't.
Batman?
I,
Go
I,
ahead.
I, I was gonna say I don't know about I agree with Alton. I didn't know how that Bruce Wayne was. He's like an emo goth motorcycle riding Bruce Wayne. Like it wasn't the Playboy detective, like the Playboy like who was like out there and not really caring about what's going on in Gotham and just kind of throwing money around the problems and thinking, okay, that's great. Like we didn't get that. Like there was almost no difference between him and the Batman persona.
And that was the issue because Bruce Wayne plays the Playboy
Right,
billionaire to offset his Batman persona, so nobody
right,
can figure out that they're the same person, right?
right,
Right.
right. Yeah, that was
So
kind of weird in the
so
movie. It didn't really do that.
no, not at all. Didn't do that in the film at all. So thankfully, the Penguin ain't got shit to do with Batman. Um,
Peripherally. Yep.
in the Batman, we're introduced to the Penguin just as a side character, damn near glorified cameo. And he is, if I'm not mistaken, in the film, he's running the Iceberg Lounge or whatever the name of that club is.
Right.
Right. And the Penguin is literally about his rise to power. And I, going in with low expectations, I was actually impressed with what they did. Please feel free to discuss your assessment of the series.
Well, you want to go ahead, DJ?
No, because you know, I saw like one, maybe two episodes, and then
Okay.
that bill came due, and so I had to cancel that.
All
so,
right.
so TJ, the 1 or 2 episodes you saw, what did you think?
Oh no! I can't wait to get back to it. Honestly enough, I'm just trying to I want to be like Cuzzin Amayou, get that code, or something. But
Okay.
I
So,
ain't got what she got, so I've been having to wait.
okay. So, Rod, come on, give us your assessment, sir.
All right. Well, it starts out really strongly, and you really get an idea of what this guy's like. And kind of like everywhere he's portrayed in the comics, he's a guy who is severely underestimated. Right.
Yeah.
He starts
I
out
agree.
being another mobster stooge. When that mobster gets taken out by the Batman, he figures this is his time to make his move to try to take over. And he, at every turn, he is severely underestimated by everybody else, and that underestimation ends up being those people's downfall. And you through as the series goes on, you get looks into his past, and it's interesting because I always say in shows like this, and Breaking Bad and Ray Donovan, and shows like that, it's like the person that you're rooting for is not a good person at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you're rooting for them to get what they want. They're pulling for them in the end, and that's if you can do that as a writer to get someone who totally has no business getting any of your well wishes or anything. If you can get that person to be if you can get that character to be someone that people pull for when they know they have no business pulling for them, you've done a good job. And you see a lot of that, I think, in this particular series.
Well, that explains the election too.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show, my man.
Rod, I believe, and this is just my assessment, I believe that the Penguin pretty got the same story with D plus. Yikes. I believe that the Penguin actually was playing a role of, yeah, I'm the idiot, I'm just the driver, and then waited for the people above him to slip up so he could take over that particular role. I felt that just as a crime drama, it was pretty solid. Now here's my one. No, I have two.
No,
two
three
issues with this.
Go ahead.
I have 2 issues with this, and while I'm speaking, I'll probably come up with a third.
Yeah.
The first thing is this series is so grounded. How in the fuck do you connect it to a superhero?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is maybe a level, and this is hyperbole. I get that, but this series is on the level of like The Sopranos or like The Wire or something, where they try and keep it steeped in reality.
Yeah, I don't think you're too far off with that. I don't think you're too far off with that assessment, to be honest with you. So the question is, how do you put a superhero in The Sopranos? How do you put a superhero in The Wire?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, you can do that with Batman because he is essentially a street level superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody he deals with is someone like that. You see what I mean?
Right.
At least most of the time in his own comic.
Right.
Now later on, when he's with the Justice League, that's when you see the higher level threats.
Right.
But we look in his comic or you look at his movies, that's the kind of people he's dealing with all the time. He's dealing with really rich, really powerful people who, are really violent or really crazy.
Okay. I'm conflicted because it's just like, okay, you want to go for the reality of it, but let's be honest, this is a Batman supervillain, right? So you're still in that world, you're just adjacent to it. And
right. But see, I think you get caught up with the image of the fat guy with the top hat and the monocle. And the umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Like you keep thinking Burgess Meredith, and this is more like Tony Soprano. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Because that's how I was at first when I was like, he's the Penguin.
Right.
I was like, what the
Right.
hell?
Right.
Right, but yeah.
Because the storyline is solid, the plot is solid. So let me ask you how you felt about that twist at the ending. If I'm trying not to spoil things, I know we spoil shit. I'm trying not to spoil things. Uh, there's a real solid twist at the end that fucked me up. How did you feel about that, Rod? That showed that the Penguin is truly a bad person.
I can't spoil it. I've heard about it, but I don't know all the details, and I can't spoil it because I haven't actually seen it yet. I haven't seen
Oh
all of the last
shit.
episode yet.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but you haven't really
Well,
spoiled it for me because I knew something. I knew something wild happened. I don't know exactly what though.
okay.
So
Something happens at
yeah.
the end.
Oh
Can
yeah.
I say something?
Yeah.
Since we're on the since we brought up Batman, we brought up like the different incarnations of Batman.
Okay.
As I mean a truly Batman fan. That's why I'm so hard on like Affleck, and the sparkly Batman and shit. I honestly have not seen my Batman yet in live
Okay.
action. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Okay.
Like
I
Please
do.
explain that.
I did grow up with that with that Batman who is the greatest detective. You know what I'm saying? Who's brilliant and
Right.
all of that. With Christian Bale, he was just fucking angry, you know.
Yeah.
And I didn't see
That
where
is
he
shit.
was that smart. I didn't see
Right.
that where he was that smart because you had Morgan Freeman doing all his shit for him,
Lucius
doing his
Fox was
homework.
doing all of his tech. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Fox is doing all this tech and all this work for him. My Batman is brilliant. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He's a genius. He taught himself, yeah, he's got the riches and stuff, but he's got a hole inside him that's, so huge, he had to fill it. But like Rod said, that you the sparkly Batman didn't have that other persona where he's this psychological Two-Face. He's not Two-Face, but internally he is,
He'll
because
sacrifice you to get the job done.
yeah, he's out there. No. I meant as far as like Bruce Wayne. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like playing
Okay.
Bruce
Okay.
Wayne and
Right.
being Batman and that type of deal. I love me some Michael Keaton because he he had the humor, but what I miss with Michael Keaton, as much as I loved it, he's my favorite. But I mean, every time you saw him, he was brooding, you know, and
I
and
thought you were
as
gonna say something else.
no, as Bruce Wayne, he's brooding. You know what I'm saying? And aloof, and he's at the parties. He's like, everybody's like, hey, isn't this great? And he's like, yeah, yes, it's cool. I mean, but
Right.
so
Right.
Yeah.
so I'm looking for that playboy, and then behind the scenes, you see something different. I have not seen my Batman yet.
Let me I agree with you, DJ, but let me take this a step further. They don't really want to lean into the superhero lore like that. This is my second issue with the Penguin. They changed his name from Oswald Cobblepot to Oswald Cobb. Now that's a very small change, but I read
But it's
somewhere that
significant.
Matt Reeves. It is because Matt Reeves wanted to change it because Cobblepot was too comic booky of a name.
Now see,
Motherfucker, this is a comic
that's
book
right. Right.
Man,
character.
listen, right?
That's the
See,
shit that
that's
be
the kind
pissing
of
me
shit.
off.
That's
Yeah.
that Tom Cruise type shit. Where it's like, okay, oh, you want to buy buy the rights to Anne Rice's Lestat, but you don't want them to be, a certain way. No, he's not that way. Not my,
Right,
It's
right,
like, no,
right. So
motherfucker, this is,
no, and that's and
Well,
I
Anne
guess
Rice
that's
wrote him
that's
to be bisexual,
right.
right,
so
right.
he's
That's what he
I
bisexual.
is.
guess that and I guess that's the issue. And again, I haven't seen my Batman either. I see Batman as being Batman being Batman, but the Bruce Wayne being the Bruce Wayne. I'm like 90 years old. I see Bruce Wayne being like to be in comparison, I see him being like a Tony Stark. How Tony Stark is portrayed.
Exactly.
Right. Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
so he's bubbly, he's happy, he's enjoying his wealth, he's having a good time, got women coming and going and drinking. But it seems like they're scared to lean into that part of the comic character, which is for us grumpy old nerds is an insult because that's the character that we know.
Well, it's the whole reason why the disguise works.
Why don't we just say it? Why don't we just say it? Tony Stark, you know, Iron Man is just Batman 2.0. It's the same guy.
It's interesting you say that because when they first created Iron Man, I think one of the templates they were using for Tony Stark was Howard Hughes.
Right.
You know, the eccentric millionaire.
Yeah.
And you know, Marvel is real big on alter egos and secret identities and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was, you know, kind of modeled on Bruce Wayne as well as Howard Hughes.
I mean, come on. Yeah. Look at the compartmentalism, you know. Okay, we can't have his parents technically, you know, get killed in the alley or something like that, you know. We'll have him get taken out on the side of the road, you know, by, you know, that. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, interesting.
Yeah, and that didn't come until later. And that's only MCU Tony Stark.
Later. Yeah. Right. Absolutely. So, but I'm just saying it's canon now. You know what I'm saying? It's out there.
Yeah. So Alton was saying that Ben Affleck's Batman was the closest that we got. But in another instance, his Batman used guns. Batman doesn't shoot people. Batman doesn't use guns. And then Zack Snyder, who was Ben Affleck's Batman, wanted there to be like a love triangle between Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent, and Lois Lane. What the fuck are you doing, man?
Right. Hey, they actually dated in the comics.
Okay.
They dated in the comics.
I was just about to say, Batman don't give a damn about no, you know. I mean, you know, it ain't really been no big deal.
It's like with the character of Batman, you get real close and then something scares them, so they have to change something about it.
Right.
Stop it. Just give us the character like it's been portrayed. So along with the Penguin, good show, but go ahead and lean into the comic roots of it, man. Don't be scared.
Alton was referring to the warehouse scene where he's fighting the guys who have Clark's mom hostage. That is actually the closest I've seen also to the Batman in the Arkham games. He fought exactly like Batman fights in the games.
Yeah.
So that was pretty close, like in terms of using other people as weapons and using the environment and all those things, and how he actually entered the combat. That's pretty much straight out of the video game or out of the comic books. I think my ideal Batman probably would be a mix of George Clooney as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
It would be Affleck in the suit. With a little bit of Keaton and but Keaton and who's the other one?
Bale.
Keaton and Bale. Yeah, in terms of his personality.
Okay. So no Robert Pattinson at all.
No. Not saying he didn't do a good job in that movie. I'm just saying the way I see it is more like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, matter of fact, I'll be honest. I got to see the movie again to even remember the shit because I don't remember shit from it. But I don't want to see it again.
When I finished the Penguin, I went back. I said maybe I was too harsh with the Batman. Maybe I was just not feeling it just because. So I went back and watched it. No, I felt the same.
I was also a little disappointed in Selena Kyle, but that's another story.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm not gonna spoil anything. We'll talk about that later.
Just lead.
All right.
Next episode.
The whole thing kind of leads into the next Batman film. So it is what it is. All right, so Cross premiered on Prime, Amazon.
Yeah.
Whatever. Amazon Prime. I said Prime Amazon. I must be 9 years old. Amazon Prime. Well, it says Prime right there. on Amazon Prime. This is the character based on the James Patterson novels, Alex Cross. And I haven't read the novels. Is he black in the novels?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
James
Oh, he's a white
Patterson.
man.
Listen. Fun fact. James Patterson turned down a multi-million-dollar deal previously because they wanted to change Alex Cross to a white dude, and they wouldn't let him.
Surprise,
Shut
surprise. Surprise, surprise.
Wait a minute. Why are you saying surprise, surprise? It's a good thing.
No, I'm saying surprise, surprise that they wanted him to do that.
Oh,
Duh.
okay. All right.
Yeah. And now
Okay,
I haven't read any of those novels. I haven't read any of those Alex Cross novels, but I know people who have. I know people who have, and they say that Patterson does a really good job of writing a black guy. So there's
Really?
that. Yeah.
Interesting. So this isn't Tyler Perry level creativity?
Man,
Or Morgan Freeman was Alex Cross also.
yeah.
So was Tyler, and Tyler Perry was too.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna ignore that one.
Yeah, kiss the girls.
Yep.
Yeah. So okay, I want to start with Amayou because I feel that she would have the best perspective of this show. Amayou, how did you feel about Cross?
Okay, first we have to talk about the obvious man candy. That
Oh,
is
here we go.
the lead of the of Cross. What's his real name? Eldon something?
Aldous Hodge.
Say it one more time.
Aldous Hodge.
Aldous Hodge. I just call him sexy chocolate.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
And you know what the weird thing is? Like, it's so interesting how like the way a person plays a character can like really bring out their sexiness or their lack of. Because in Black Adam, I was not feeling him at all. No, thank you. But
yeah, he played Hawkman in Black Adam.
Yes, but in this, I was like, oh, okay, how you doing?
Well, listen, he did the best Hawkman ever. So
did
far.
he?
Yeah.
I mean, compared to who? Who else was Hawkman?
The guy who played Hawkman in Legends of Tomorrow. See how easily you forgot about that?
That doesn't count. That show was trash.
See what I mean? That's why I said he's the best one.
Cool.
He did a really good job. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so definitely enjoyed the man candy. Now because this is on Prime, they had a little nudity. Hey, Uncle Perry, Percy.
Percy.
God damn.
Y'all was talking about Tyler Perry. That made me say Tyler Perry. Okay, Uncle Percy. Hey.
You can call me Uncle Perry. Shit, I wish I had that money too.
Yeah, Kiss the Girls. That definitely was Alex Cross. That was Morgan Freeman playing him. But anywho, yes, I'm enjoying it. I'm actually on the last episode. I watched 4 yesterday, and I've like pretty much been binging it since then. So I'm on the last episode. I like the twist. People kept saying they were getting mad watching it, and I was trying to figure out why. And I'm like, okay, I get like the little, parts when people get away when they shouldn't have, or they should have gotten away and they didn't.
Yeah, that's why people are getting pissed. That's exactly.
I think that's why people. Yeah, that's why they're pissed. But other than that, I think the storyline's great. It's entertaining, and I'm guessing there's going to be a season 2, even though I haven't finished the 8th episode. But I'm pretty sure they're going to try and have like multiple seasons. So I enjoyed it.
I would hope so.
Aldous Hodge.
Okay, so in terms of people getting away, is this like there's a scene of something about to happen and somebody mysteriously just walks?
No, there are several instances. There are several close calls with the authorities and the main villain on the show. And so they always seem to be really like not even one step behind, but half a step behind.
Yeah.
Catching this guy. And he manages to escape.
Yeah. And then like places where like people like kidnapped people could have escaped, they didn't. I'm just like, really, this is all we gonna do? You didn't try hard enough, but it's all for the for the writing.
So
for the show.
So these are black people, but definitely not black people in situations where they would be.
Well, yeah, sometimes it is, but I could say it's a pretty mixed cast.
Yeah.
It's pretty realistic for DC because it takes place in DC.
That's what's up.
Yeah, the couple of episodes I saw, you get a lot of that DC flavor in there. I appreciate it.
Yeah, the city is a character as well.
That and a Snickers commercial.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what I was talking about on that. But yeah, the city is a character in the show as well, which I thought is cool because they have different landmarks. One in particular is Ben's Chili Bowl because that's where they like to eat, hang out. So that's really cool. That's a big time spot in DC.
Okay.
You know, different other landmarks they show and the architecture. Like it's really, really cool how they show DC in the different areas. I think Aldous Hodge does a great job as Alex Cross. I think the members of his family also are kind of underrated. They put in pretty good performances as well.
Mhm.
His partner is Isaiah Mustafa, and you may know him as the Old Spice guy.
I was
You know,
going to say, Old Spice
yeah.
guy got a job. Good for
Yep,
him.
they did all different Old Spice commercials. They even mentioned that in the show. I think it was in the second episode.
They did.
Yeah, they mentioned Old Spice.
Oh God,
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
yep.
Okay, so Rod, have you seen the whole thing?
I have not seen the last episode.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah,
So okay, so
I've been saving it.
if the vibe I'm getting, so Cross's wife is dead. She got
Yes.
killed,
hmm
which is a catalyst for him being who he is, the character that he is now.
Well, he was
And then
he was
he's
already a detective. He was already a
right,
well-known detective.
right. But now he's a Playboy detective, a single detective, looking for love in all the wrong places.
No, he's actually a grieving widower that
That's
needs therapy.
same difference. So he's a widower looking for love, trying to solve cases, and then the case so the wife's murder is the overall big bad of the series, I'm assuming.
No,
Oh,
not
Yeah,
really.
it's kind of in the background, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it comes back to the
Yeah.
foreground.
It kind of does a circle or
Yeah.
an intersection, I should say. Maybe like more like an intersection of different things that happen.
okay.
Like I said before, his wife getting murdered, and him not, being able to solve the case constantly hangs over his head, but he continues to
Right.
do his job. This new case comes up and it kind of leads into circumstances behind his wife's murder.
Ah,
This other guy.
okay.
So
So
it's kind of
okay,
like Monk.
Yeah.
really?
Or
So this doesn't follow the movie at all.
kind of like Will Trent. The show that's
Okay.
on ABC.
Now
I
I can
love
get
Will
with
Trent.
that. Will Trent is a good show.
Yeah.
I like Will Trent. What did you say, Percy? It doesn't follow the movie.
Doesn't follow the movie, I assume.
No.
Okay. I haven't watched it yet, so I was going.
Yeah. No, the movie is I think the movie was kind of pieces from a different novel.
Yeah, I'm about to say, aren't there multiple novels
Yes.
by this guy?
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, there's multiple Alex Cross novels.
Okay. But
I think this might be an original story. I'm not sure.
Huh.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. But so far, did anyone besides me expect to hear more go-go music?
Not me.
Okay.
I heard a little bit in
go-go
the beginning, but it didn't really. Yeah, I was looking for a little bit more.
So Amayu and Rod, I'm assuming that you two are the only ones who've had actually done a deep dive into this show. This is something that you would recommend.
Definitely.
I liked it, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why people were upset about it because I was seeing in the media like people
I
had.
think it was those near misses that we were talking about, or near catches or whatever.
Okay.
But
Okay.
But you know what's funny? And I love my black people, but there'll be times when we just can't stand if something isn't logical. And it's just like, okay, come on now. You should be able to run away from that bad guy. Why you trip over that broom or some dumb shit like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can see how black people be like, because this is a black show. I don't want to say it's a black show, right?
Well,
Because
according
you've got-
to
The show with a black lead, let's say
according
that.
to the Bechdel test, I think that's what it's called. The Bechdel test. If there's more than 3 people in the cast, it's a black show.
Oh, was that how that works?
The Bechdel test. You gonna have to explain that shit one
I
day.
never heard of
because I
that
don't even know
before.
what the fuck that is. Yeah, I've never heard of that. But you've got a black lead, you've got a black best friend, you've got the city of DC, which is Chocolate City, as another character of the show.
Is it
It's a black show. Fuck
His
it.
love interest.
Yeah. Who
It's
are
a black person.
lovely chocolate women. But I'm gonna shut up about that before I get in
We
trouble.
saw her chocolate
All
too.
right. So yeah, huh?
So we saw her chocolate too.
So anyway, so the Penguin and Cross, 2 shows that we highly recommend that you should check out. So, time for a break. When we come back, trailer time. Hooray! Trailer time. Am I the only one?
Trailer time.
We've
Here
got
we go.
How to Train Your Dragon, and what's the other trailer we got? I forgot. Okay, something else. A couple of trailers coming up. Uncle DJ, if you don't mind.
Oh.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
Hey, grab me one too.
Charmin.
That piano is the story of our whole family. Now, Granddaddy, he carved all of this, but everything he made, Mr. Sutter owned, because he owned him. Boy, Charles talked about that piano all the time. And long as Sutter had it, he had us. And that's why Bernice ain't gonna sell that piano. Cause her daddy died over it.
But I'm supposed to build on what they left me. You ain't touched that piano the whole time it's been here.
Mama played it. I used to think that pictures come alive and walk through the house. I don't play on that piano because I don't want to wake them spirits.
You feel that? That's your family. That's your blood.
Welcome back, we're the Grumpy Old Nerds. How in the hell do we follow that up, the trailer for the piano lesson? Buy some Star Wars shit. I'm Uncle John. That's Uncle DJay and Uncle Rod. Down there's Uncle Percy. And over there's Cuzzin Amayou. Yeah, so, wow, the piano lesson. I think I might check that out.
Don't know I was looking at that too.
It looked good.
August Wilson wrote it. I'm on it.
Wilson, yeah, is always a good time. But we're not here to talk about intellectual shit. Let's get to the ray guns and the spaceships. So the skeleton
intellectual
crew,
shit in space. Got you.
Right, right. Is a Star Wars property another one? In which case, people are fighting evil forces and shooting ray guns at each other. So, without further ado, super producer Mel, if you don't mind, can we watch the trailer for Skeleton Crew?
What are you in for? What are you in for?
I found something buried in the woods.
Dad.
This is unacceptable. Do you understand?
What do you think it is? Don't touch anything.
What did you do?
We're lost. Really lost.
Stay together. We just need some directions home.
Come on, kid. Pay up. Whoa.
Where'd you two find an old Republic credit?
Over here, quick. I'll get you home. We'll make a partnership. But we have to move fast. I need you to take the controls.
Okay.
Neil? Neil?
A crew of murderous pirates is coming.
Something's wrong.
They're not going to just turn up. We need to find them.
We're not alone down here.
Oh, be warned of booby traps. Pirates and mountains where none dare to go.
If you hear this, don't give up. No matter what.
So Goonies in space? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kids
Again,
find a
I'm
ship.
Star Wars adjacent in terms of being a Star Wars fan. Some of us are bigger Star Wars fans than that. Tell me, is this something you're looking forward to?
Nope.
Me neither, Percy.
I wasn't looking for it, but that doesn't mean it won't be good. It's just something a little different. It wasn't what I was expecting. So you got kids post. I'm assuming this is post Revenge of the Sith, because they're talking about Old Republic credits. Maybe.
There you go. Context clues.
Yeah, and their ship takes them somewhere, and they get linked up with Jude Law, who is playing a typical shady looking character.
Oh, Jude Law.
Yeah. Typical, that his thing. He's doing he's playing his jam. Shady guy with a British accent.
Hanging with children.
So we'll see what turns up. I think they're purposely excluding the idea of Jedi from this. So they want to try to do something apart from that whole thing about Star Wars, because when you normally think Star Wars, you think Jedi and lightsabers. So
I think you may not have seen it in the trailer, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some Jedi shit in this place.
Probably, no doubt. But and a lot of the stuff they put on TV, it seems like they're trying to get like really far away from that, like with Andor and Bad Batch and stuff like that. So,
but would we be disappointed if there was no Jedi shit?
It has to be really well written, because that's the only reason I'm in Star Wars. I really like the concept of the Jedi and the idea of the Force. So, if I wanted to see Rogue One was a really, really good film. Rogue One was a war film and a heist film in space.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no problem with that. It has to be really well written if I'm not going to see the main thing I watch Star Wars for.
Makes sense.
That's all.
But Rogue One was also more tailored to adult sensibilities.
Right.
This looks like some kid shit.
Yep.
Possibly, yeah.
I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. And Rogue One, like you said, was a war film, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Adult themes, even though Star Wars in and of itself kind of straddled that fence because it wasn't like adult fare, but it also was a little bit more intense than kid. Back in the day, there was much more wide range of tastes. You didn't make shit exclusively for kids like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely not.
You made films like if we're not talking about Disney cartoons. We're talking about just straight films where people could go and enjoy them. And if it happened to be PG, you might see some stuff that kids would find a little intense, but they'd get over that shit and enjoy the film. Now it just seems like everything has to be marketed. Okay, this is only for the 7 to 13 demographic. This is only for the 17 to 25 demographic.
Yeah, and I think that's what they messed themselves up. They paint themselves into a corner, and then they're relying on the input and the goodwill from that demographic and that demographic only. And if that's what they're judging their success on, I think they're kind of messing themselves up. Like I said before, they painted themselves into a corner. But when the first Star Wars films came out, it wasn't like you said, we're gonna do it for these people. They just kind of did it. And there was a little bit of something for everyone. What makes me laugh is that when people say, why can't we go back to when stuff wasn't as political? I'm like, what? Like, do you really? Like, okay, as a little kid, I didn't see it. I just saw good guys, bad guys. As I got older and I saw the themes behind, the people and the organizations and what was going on, I was like, oh, this is political as hell. Right? But but as a child, you don't see that. You see spaceships, ray guns, lightsabers.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Come on, DJ. You want to say something?
Okay. As the resident grumpy old nerd, at least the male version, that I don't know about Uncle Rod actually, but that doesn't have kids.
Okay.
And is still pretty much a kid himself. I don't know. I feel differently about this stuff than you guys do. I mean, I don't know if you guys, remember that feeling you had in 78, 79, whatever, when you were in that theater and those words came across the screen and you heard that rumble, and I mean, same thing with
before it was in THX.
But as an adult, before it was in THX, and as an adult, when I went to see Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman at McClure Court, theater number 1, with that THX, the preview was Jurassic Park, and all it was boom, boom, just loud as hell, and then when I saw The Matrix, and everybody experienced that, that motion, those moments in time, we don't, those are generational, those are, phenomenal. And so what I like about this is they're taking it back to the kids. They're, like that, give me some of that magic. Give me some of that, like
the Goonies or E.T. or something like that.
Goonies, E.T., all of that. So when you say Goonies in space, E.T. in space, or that type of deal, give me that feeling. I mean, as an adult, like I wanna, hit that again. You know what I'm saying?
If you still feel like that as an adult, God bless you. I love it. For real.
Man, listen.
If you can feel that way about it, I'm all for it, man. I love it for you. You're muted.
Uh-oh.
Now you done went out on us.
You just muted yourself, man.
There you go. You back.
These are Starfield, special edition headphones to go with my Starfield controller, with, I mean, come on,
Bro,
Like,
I'm with you. Listen, I just
I'm
won
a-
two belts in WWE 2K24 with my creative
That's
wrestler.
what I'm talking about.
I'm with
So
you.
I'm a big old nerd. You know what I'm saying? A big old nerd. You know, and so I you know I'm looking for movies like this. Give me that feeling again. You know what I'm saying? Give that to the new generation so they can feel what we felt when Star Wars first came out. I know they say that you can never, like when you hit that you get that first hit,
Right.
it's never quite,
You never catch the dragon.
I mean, for me, I've only done alcohol and cigars, so I don't know the rest of how that feels. But aside from that, I get it when they're saying, "How did you feel when you first saw Star Wars?" Stuff like that. So I mourn this for these generations of kids that grow up and they don't get these moments like that anymore. So I wish it for them. I wish that for them because I don't see it.
I think the only thing they get that with now is like maybe Frozen or maybe something else we're discussing, other property, How to Train Your Dragon. I think that's the only time they get those kinds of things now.
Right.
So DJ, I'm trying my hardest to disagree with you, and I can't in this particular instance. Fuck it. But I have to ask,
That's
Percy,
a good response.
you gave a flat out no to wanting to see this. Why is that?
Because it's not, to me, it's just not Star Wars. They keep they throwing stuff at the wall and they keep thinking it's going to stick and it's not going to stick. I mean, after Bad Batch, I think they just need to just honestly stop.
Well, that ain't happening. I hear you. That ain't happening. There's too much money to be made. They're going to find a way.
Unless they're going to keep it as the traditional Star Wars stuff, reaching out here and doing stuff with kids and stuff, and like somebody was just saying, this is just another answer to the Star Trek Prodigy, but Prodigy was a little bit different, But
man,
I don't know what Star Trek Prodigy
that's
is.
Like saying J-Lo gonna stop getting married. Come on now.
So Percy, do you see them? Because I think, to Rod's point, I think they're trying to move away from the whole Jedi, the Force type stuff. Do you see that as a bad thing?
Yeah, I think it's bad. That's like Indiana. Oh, wow. That's like if they do another Indiana Jones movie and they instead of him hunting for treasure or something, he's trying to win a lottery or something, some bullshit like that.
So being a true Star Wars fan, the Force, the Jedi Order, all that stuff is integral to your enjoyment to those properties.
Right.
Okay. Okay. And that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Coming up next, we have another animated movie to live action adaptation. How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know which one of you asked for this shit, but we get the live action How to Train Your Dragon. I never saw the cartoon, never saw the animated feature, and I doubt I'll see this. But hopefully I gave Mel enough time to queue up this trailer so we can watch
that
and
you're not going to see.
It's real
I'm not going to see. Not at all. Here we go.
Here.
When you carry this axe, you carry all of us with you.
Dad, I can't kill dragons.
But you will. I'm a Viking. I'm a Viking!
It's okay. I won't hurt you.
And it don't come out till June. Bye.
I think that's how I touched my first boob. I was like, wait.
Not really looking at it.
That is kind of.
Yeah.
She was like, I was like, I ain't gonna look. Just let me touch it.
So my first question here is, did anybody see the original?
No, I did not.
Okay. So because there have been like 3 or 4 of them damn films, haven't there?
Yeah, I've seen at least 2 of them, I think.
There's a few of them. I think some of them are like straight to video.
So it's How to Train Your Dragon and How to Train Your Mama Dragon and How to Train Your Sister Dragon and.
Did you say How to Train Your Mama?
Yeah.
Your Mama Dragon.
Your Mama Dragon.
Oh. Yeah. I give a fuck about this film. We should have stayed with the piano lesson. So the piano lesson.
No, let's go back to this. No, let's talk about this first of all.
Okay. Yes,
okay, I'm gonna make it quick. Okay. Since they already had the live action version, and that was not that old, I feel like they came too early with the live action version. I'm sorry, since they have the animated version. Because it's not that old. I'm like, them kids is still like, they're probably still mostly kids, the ones that saw the animated version. Like, I don't feel like it was that long ago. But to each their own. But I mean, I'll probably take my nephews to see it.
If we look that up, I'm pretty sure it's a good 20 years ago.
20
I'm looking it up right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, it can't be 20 years. Maybe 10.
Oh, okay.
20 years.
The first one came out in 2010.
Okay, 14 this year.
14. Okay. So yeah, those kids are still kids. They're still kids.
I guess it depends on how little they were. I don't know. I guess.
And they can recognize images on the screen and understand what they were saying. Yeah, maybe.
It's like
they were in the first grade. They're now 20.
Right. Right.
Okay.
You know what this is all about. Why the striking hot and all that bullshit. Just like they try to do with Airbender and all those other
reminiscent.
Yeah. Okay.
Just trying to strike the nostalgia vein.
Want to talk about that?
But this falls into something that we talk about all the time, in which that there are no new ideas. All this shit is just recycled because there's a live action prequel to The Lion King coming out.
Yep.
So
a prequel to the other live action.
It had to be written, and it isn't just the same thing spit back out again.
Listen, man, if they really want to hit nostalgia, make a live action Johnny Quest. That's non-racist.
Oh my God. I'd be first in line.
That's non-racist?
Yeah.
No.
It'll be hard. But they can do it.
Johnny Quest was racist?
AF.
I don't know this one, y'all.
Actually, they already did remake Johnny Quest. It's called The Venture Brothers.
The Venture Brothers.
Fantastic.
The Venture Brothers is not PG by any means.
And it is great. It's animated. That deserves a segment on the show at one point because that show was fantastic. And lampoons every property ever made.
If they want to make me happy, they can make a live action Heavy Metal.
You know what? I wouldn't be opposed to that. Or a new one.
Man, listen.
Because they've shown it can be done.
Movie.
As a matter of fact, DJ, Love, Death, and Robots was originally supposed to be a heavy metal project.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yep.
Didn't know that either.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we have 5 minutes left. If everyone's in agreement, I believe now it's time we say goodbye to all our family, company, whatever that word is.
Are we on?
Huh?
Are we on next week?
No. Next week, Thursday is Thanksgiving.
You potato.
We'll all be at this point. We'll all be full and in the bed.
I ain't got shit to do, so I mean, I'll be here.
Okay, DJ. No, we will not be on next week. Cuzzin Amayou, what you got for us on our way out the door?
Okay, I don't know why we're not talking about this, but Wicked is out. Gladiator 2, I feel like, is either out or about to be out.
Comes out Friday.
What else? That's tomorrow. What else? There's another big movie that's coming out this weekend. I can't think of what it is now. Oh, it's not that big, but it's Red One. Red One is out too if you want like an alternative to your typical Christmas movie. So I will be seeing Wicked and at least Gladiator 2 and probably Moana 2.
You said Red One is not that big?
Yeah, I don't feel like it's got as much traction as the other ones.
Wow.
Because it's terrible.
Okay. Okay.
So,
all right.
We know that for a fact already.
So as long as Wicked don't turn out to be like The Color Purple, I'll probably go see it.
Did you see the play?
Color Purple was fine, and second of all, Wicked is it's everything. So I hope
Percy, did you see the play?
Yeah, I saw the play.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I can't wait to see the box office results and see Red One on top of Wicked.
That won't happen.
Okay.
I bet money on that.
Probably Wicked and Gladiator.
I bet something. I ain't gonna bet money. I bet something.
What?
I mean, put me in on that action.
All right.
Okay.
I admit that Red One will not be Wicked. No.
Not at all. Not even close.
And
Uncle Percy, what you got for us out the door?
Well, I wasn't here to talk about Penguin. I didn't like the last episode, but otherwise it was a good show.
Really? So you don't like how it ended up?
No, they shouldn't have killed. He should not killed what you call.
By the spoiler, y'all. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Milk is chilling.
I thought y'all.
You know what?
No,
Percy. This is the one time where I said I'm not gonna spoil shit. I didn't want to spoil it. And I guess I should have started this by saying, let's not spoil it.
We know somebody got killed. He didn't spoil it. He didn't say, what up? It's all good.
Oh,
It's all good.
Can I at least talk about the letter? The letter? Oh, you can. I can't talk about that because then I'll be spoiling it, huh? Okay. I put it like this. I hope that the next Batman movie or the next villain they do their own show. I hope it all just ties in. Cause it seems like this is all going to tie into either the next Batman movie or the third Batman movie. But something.
Absolutely. No, they said that the Penguin leads directly into the next Batman.
Film.
So hopefully that means that this next Batman film will be better.
How? Okay. Well, the next character they're supposed to introduce wasn't it supposed to be the Joker?
Yeah.
So how they go the Joker to the Penguin unless the Penguin's in the background doing stuff?
So, and I don't think this is a major spoiler point, but the Penguin is now running crime in Gotham City. Right. So if the Joker comes along, the Joker is chaos, point blank, period.
Yeah.
So
they're gonna clash.
Right.
Yeah. The Penguin and the Joker
Penguin might actually ask Batman for help. Because that's happened before in the past too.
And Oswald Cobb, not Oswald Copperpot, is a master manipulator like that. So he would be like, hey, yo, Batman, take care of this psychopath and, maybe I'll kick you down a little something. You know what I'm saying? Just something stupid. But I could see how that would lead into that. That's actually a good idea, Percy. I could see how that would lead into the Penguin seeking out Batman for his help.
Or
Rod, what you got for us on the way out the door?
I got one more. Hold on.
You took up everybody's time, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because she's going to start playing that music.
Yeah, it is.
Real quick, Rod, what you got?
I might be having a really good Thanksgiving, or I might be having a Thanksgiving getting ready for another game. So wish me luck. Wish us luck tomorrow.
Hope your Thanksgiving sucks because you're getting ready for another game. DJ, what you got? Okay. All right. So for DJ, Rod, Amayou, Percy, Uncle John, and the missing Auntie Nicole, and for super producer Mel, thank you for watching. We'll see you not next week, but 2 weeks from now, because next week we'll be unconscious from eating turkey. Night night.